Hello everyone, you're welcome to this channel. My name is Taiwo Odwai, and I have here with me.
Ayomide, Emmanuel. Good
Uh,
everyone.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
As you know, on this channel, we deal on the spirituals, the finance, and relationship as touching with one person to the other. So today we are going to be talking about something very sound and very spiritual, which has to do with purpose. So, how do you think this topic is so very much important, or how it resonates with spiritual life?
Oh, it is very important because we discovered that many people are out there without knowing what they are living for. Many are struggling about life, and many are just doing what life propels them to do. And there is a need for each and everyone to discover purpose, to know what purpose is, to know the reason why they have to know why they are living for them to be successful. It is rare to see someone being successful without knowing the purpose first. So when you have your purpose, when you know the reason why you are living, you will have an easy life. So that is why things like this must be taught, and people must know reason for their existence so that they can navigate through life with easy by the word of the Lord.
Because really, we have many people that they accept any offer that comes their way.
Exactly.
Once it comes fine or it looks good, they are going for it.
Exactly.
So whatever things that come their way is what they do. Whatever situations that come their way is what they go for. They don't have templates. They don't have roots.
Yes.
They are moving their life. So that's why it's very important for us to really dwell on this topic of purpose very well, because it actually helps you to know how to be spiritual as well.
Yes, exactly.
And as much as it helps you to know how to be spiritual, it also helps you to know how to pursue the aspect of spirituality, how to grow spiritually, and where to grow into. So that's why we will be treating about purpose today.
So as a matter of fact, everything that God do is based on purpose. Everything He does, everything He created, from the creation of man, from everything. In fact, if you are to fast, there is a reason for fasting. If you are praying, there is a reason for prayer. If you are going to church, there is a reason for that. So you have to discover the reason for you to do it well. So if you do not discover a reason for doing something, you might not do it well. So it is only when you know why you are doing it, you will now know the what for doing it, then you will do it well. So that is why things like this is very important.
So that really takes me to the aspect of what purpose is exactly. Because what you are talking about now is the reason for something. So can we say that is actually purpose?
Yes, actually purpose from my own point of view is the reason, the underlying reason or the intention behind an action, behind an existence, or behind anything that one is doing. So the reason behind it, why you are doing something. And let me tell you this, that many people fail to answer that question. Why? So if you ask many people, why do you go to school? They will just tell you, I'm just going to school. Maybe because a friend of theirs is going to school. So they just go. Many don't have their personal help. Many people, it is the government that push them to school. Many people, it is because their friends are going to school.
The pursuit to be successful.
Exactly, sir. So they don't have their own reason, the intention behind them. And that is why you will see many people, in fact, young folks, they just do any course that they are given in the school. I've seen so many people, they applied for this course and they ended up doing course that is not even correlating with the one they have intention of doing. So the reason is because many has not discovered what their purpose is, and they are only doing life as they are being bent by that this thing called life.
I even think we are still coming up with that in one of the episodes.
Yes.
So we have to talk about, these days we have people that will just graduate from school, there's nothing to do. We have grown up. So it is after NYC you just discover that there's nothing.
Exactly.
Just like, you study medicine, you are a law student. But now you are looking for how to you want to just you are just planning to learn fashion design. You get it?
Yes,
So I think we'll look for one episode where we can really dealt with that. So in the subject of purpose, like you have said now, he has talked about the fact that the reason for an existence, that's where I want us to say the reason for an existence, which is very much, very, very, very important. God created us.
Yes.
And when he created us for some reasons.
Exactly.
And that's why we can see in the book of Genesis, he asks us to have dominate
Yes,
on the
to have
surface of the
dominion.
earth, to have dominion.
Yes, sir.
So after he has created everything from the first day to the 6 days,
Yes.
there is no one to till the ground, there's no one to manage, there's no one to control.
Yes.
So God have to bring us on the scene. And Genesis 1 from verse 26 coming down to 20, we can see the aspect of when God have the intention to create man, the coming all together as unity to create man for a purpose. That's why he asks us that we should multiply,
yes, sir.
dominate,
Exactly.
subdue the earth. And he gave us this particular straightforward definition of the reason we are living. And we can see how that begins to unfold from one stage to the other.
Yes.
So now the thing I want to come up from the perspective now is that once we know that there is a reason for an existence,
Yes.
you get it? Why is it that we have many human beings these days who are not really conscious of the reason they are living? I used to tell people something. I said, everything that God created, even we human beings, we know the reason they are existing. Look at the ewedu that we eat.
Yes,
when we see, we know that this ewedu.
Why are we not making ewedu like a fork?
Why we are not mixing it together? We know the purpose, their purpose.
Exactly.
But human being, our own self, we are not conscious of the reason we are living. And that really affects both spiritual life and even the life we are living. So how can we, let me just go straight to the point. We are talking on purpose.
Yes.
Don't forget. So let me just go straight to the point. Like, how can we really look into the consciousness of the purpose?
Actually, from everything starts with God. And for us to understand anything, we still have to go back to God. And that is why God is a big factor that we cannot minus in our life. There are so many things that human knowledge will not teach you. It is only through God, then with the knowledge that God gives unto man, then you can now know how to get into these things. Now, for that aspect of purpose, one will know your purpose when you are with God. What do I mean? The more you move close to God, the more you are closer to God, the more you discover your purpose. I've never seen any man.
That is the subject of how to discover your purpose.
Yes, sir.
Let me put that down.
There is no man that is with God that have not discovered the purpose. Because the more you move closer to God, the more you know your purpose, the more you discover your purpose. So how we say, for us to have the consciousness of our purpose, for us to know why, we have to have these things in us to quest for it, to know that why we should not be comfortable. Many people are just, walking around. They are too comfortable. They don't know why they are here, and they are okay by that. Once they can see little money to just to feed themselves, to do some certain things, they are just okay like that. And God has created them for a specific purpose. And for that specific things to happen, they still have to go back to God to know why they are here. And I used to say it, if any man can answer that question, why? For a purpose, for a particular action or for a particular thing, then you know your purpose.
Yes. I think what I should just add to that is that we should have this, like you have said, it's not bad if you ask the God that created you that why did you create me?
Exactly.
Because from the perspective of things now, we talk about non-living things now, that we know their purpose. The reason we know their purpose is that we are sensitive and we know God that created them. So from the perspective of God that created them, we know.
Yes.
But we that God created, we don't have who to ask except God.
Except God, exactly.
So it's either we have somebody who have gone ahead of us, like parents, who are very sensitive. We are going to share about the aspect of that too, parenting aspect of this purpose of a thing. So now, either them trying to imbibe, by them understanding that this is the reason God gave me this baby, or the fact that we ourselves that we don't know, but now we have the consciousness that we should live by purpose. So it is not bad, like you have said, to ask God
Yes.
in prayer that
Yes.
why did you create me?
Yes. Yes.
So it
Why am
is
I
it is a
here?
big how to discover your purpose.
Yes.
He has mentioned two very important things now. The number one is that the more closer you move to God,
Yes.
which means that to discover purpose, you
You
must
need
know
a
God,
relationship
with
God,
God,
a personal relationship.
with God.
Yes.
So that boils down to the aspect of salvation.
Mm.
See, if you are still not standing in the aspect of salvation and growing in the Lord, discovering purpose will be very hard for you.
Very hard.
If
Very
you
hard.
are doing up and down,
Yeah.
hot and cold, discovering purpose will be very hard for you.
I can chip in this little story from the scripture. There was a time that there was war against the Israelites, and Esau, which was the king then, would not even go. And David appeared. And when his elderly brother saw him, he said, "I am here for a purpose. Has that not been why I'm here?"
Yeah.
And the king was wow. The king was so amazed that a little boy like this can know the reason. He said, "For there is a reason why I'm here." And he went before the battle and he won. That was when David killed Goliath.
Yes.
But before that, he knew the reason why, because he
Yeah.
knew that God has sent him a particular an assignment, and he knew that the way through which the assignment can be gotten is through that thing.
It's very
So
good.
he knows the reason why. Many of us, we are just doing so many things and we don't know why those things are actually. Maybe when we get to how to discover purpose, I will highlight to us, I will let us know
Fully.
how what we pass through can make us to land or
On
to
purpose.
generate
The gift we
our-
have,
Yes,
the talent
yes,
we
yes.
have, the way we will feel. In
yes.
fact, the country we are giving birth to,
fact,
the kind of
yes.
parents that give
Yes.
birth to us, all those
In
things
fact,
are
we even
a lot of
dwell on
things
some of these challenges that easily
that
comes to
to
us.
our
They
world.
can help us
Like
to
it's like a
a
pointer.
pointer to our purpose.
Yes. We can see the life of Esther too.
Sure.
Esther
Yes.
has a lot of things to do with that. So please, as you stay with us, don't forget what this particular episode is bringing to you is for you to know what purpose is and how important it is for you to identify or to walk in this life with
Yes.
purpose. If you want to live a life that is easy, even in a very hard economy, even in a very struggling country, you must know. See, the provision of the Lord has been put in the line of your purpose. He has created you.
Exactly.
It's not possible for God it's not possible for me to build a particular something now, and then another person is using it for another purpose, and it will not malfunction. You cannot use DVD decoder that is used to see it, and it's not possible. TV has its own purpose.
Yes.
The speakers, they each have their own purpose, unless there is another one we make together. But each we have prescription.
Yes.
So if you want to live a convenient life, even things are hard, we know that. But if you want to live a convenient life, if you want to meet the right people in your journey, now that's another thing. If you want to meet the right people in your journey, you must discover your purpose and work in it. Very important.
Yes.
Very important.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for seeing this episode. There is another episode that is coming up after this episode, and we are going to be sharing fully the importance of discovering your purpose. That is the importance of purpose, how it resonates with our lives. I know this episode has done some little touch with it, but in the next episode, you are going to be seeing it fully, the importance of episode, so that you can have those importance in your heart and see the reason to go after it. So, what's your end note from your side as we close this episode?
And what I will just say is that it is very important for everyone to know why they are here.
We cannot
You are
overemphasize
here
that.
for a purpose. You are here for
cannot
a reason,
overemphasize that.
and we need to know, to discover why we are here. Because the reason why we give you the actions to do per day, the reason why, the intention of why you are here, we guide you, we give you direction.
Exactly.
We give you direction. Because anyone with that direction can go to anywhere. We will just be like a leaf on the water that goes to and fro by the direction of the wind. But if you know why you are here, you will know those things that you can take into your life, those things that you cannot accept to your life, where to go, what to do. All these actions are guided by your purpose.
Yes.
So that is why it is important.
It's one of the reasons that even in the church we select a leader.
Yes.
or we say this leader should be doing this, but the person is doing another thing.
Yes.
Another reason, a Christian in a secular something will be given a post, most especially politics and some other things. You know, they don't know the purpose they are there.
They don't know why.
So anything that comes their way, this is what they are doing. We have many spiritual people.
In fact, Africa as a continent is here today because most of our leaders, they do not know why they are here.
They are there.
Many of them, they are there for cars, for fame, for anything. They don't know that they are there for humanity. So if the purpose of anything is lost, then you can't have a good result. Many students don't know why they go to school. That's why you see many gotten there, they join bad gangs, they do the whole lot of things because they don't know why you are here. So the same thing can happen to anybody that is in this life, that is in this heart, knowing not why they are here. They can do anything. And life is a compressor. Life can compress anyone to anything. So it is important. So just stay tuned with us. In the coming episodes, we will be sharing with you, and I'm telling you, your time watching this.
All right, don't forget, if the purpose of a thing or the reason of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So I am Taiwo and I have here with me
Ayomide, Emmanuel.
Thanks for watching with us. Please like, share
it,
comment, subscribe to this channel.
Yes, very important.
Stay tuned with us. Be with us.
Oh yeah,
we love you sincerely.
We love you.
Take care.